In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to design and create your very own DIY crochet kit. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karis for those who are new here, and I make crochet plushies. A few months ago, I wanted to design my very first DIY crochet kit, and I was looking everywhere on YouTube for a video that would actually help me in trying to figure out what I need to include, how to include it, and I just couldn't find anything. So I decided to make this video because I thought it would be super helpful for you guys to actually have this as a resource if you want to design your own DIY kit. So the first thing you need to have is an actual pattern that you want as your DIY kit. In order to do that, you need to figure out if you want to do a complete absolute beginner kit or if you want to do an advanced kit for people who already have crochet skills. For me, I wanted to do an absolute beginner kit where if you've never picked up a hook or yarn, you would know how to make this project. So I decided to go with my chubby dino pattern as an absolute beginner pattern. Make sure when you choose your pattern that it is also your pattern and not somebody else's pattern. Once you have your pattern selected though, now we need to figure out how you're going to get the instructions to your customers. There are a few ways that you can do this. For one, you can include an instruction booklet and have just written instructions inside of the kit. Or you could do a video tutorial, a visual aid for people to follow, and then include a link or a QR code inside the box where people can type it in or scan it once they get their DIY kit. Now, the written instructions one can get kind of pricey because a lot of times you include pictures in your instructions so that people have a visual aid to look at so that they're not so confusing, especially if you're doing a beginner kit. If you're doing a kit that is more advanced for people who already kind of know what they're doing, then it might be okay if you don't include pictures, but 99% of the time, patterns include pictures. So if you think about all of the instruction kits, if they have 8 pages or 5 pages, how you have to print them out for each DIY kit, it can get kind of pricey. For me, I personally opted to do a video with a QR code linked inside of the box to take people to the video. I find that a lot of the times people want a visual aid, especially when doing DIY kits, because a lot of the times people purchasing and completing these kits are absolute complete beginners. So most of the time they're looking for a visual aid to help them along in their process. So for me, since I did the video tutorial, I recorded and then uploaded my video to YouTube and then got a QR code, listed the video as unlisted, so anybody with the link can access it, but it's not found in a search bar or just open on YouTube's homepage. That way, when I got the QR code, only the people who scanned the QR code would have access to the YouTube video. This made it cost-effective for the DIY kits and also a lot faster for the DIY kits. After you have your video instructions, now you need to put together the kit. For my absolute beginner kit, there are quite a few things that I have to include. I always include a hook, a tapestry needle, a stitch marker for their project. You need all of the yarn to complete the project, plus a little extra because some people's tensions are tighter or looser. You're also going to need stuffing if your project requires stuffing, safety eyes if your project has eyes or uses safety eyes, any extra yarn for embroidery if you have a mouth or any other kind of details that your project needs, the QR code or the instruction booklet for your project, and anything else that your project might require that my project didn't require. After you have all of your materials together, you're going to want a box or something to place all of your things into. I have this clamshell box. This clamshell box is 3 inches by 5 inches, I'm pretty sure. And I just get them off Amazon and I stamp them with my logo stamps so that I don't have to pay for logo boxes because those are even more expensive. So I have all of my materials laid out here except for the yarn, but these are the tapestry needles, the hooks, stitch markers, safety eyes, and these are little bags that I put all of the small stuff into so it doesn't get lost. I got all of these supplies off of Amazon, which you can find in the description box below if you want to check them out as well. But the first thing I do for my kits is go ahead and get out one of these little wax envelope bags, and that is where I'm going to put my hook, the tapestry needle, a pre-cut piece of black yarn to do the mouth details on my dino, and the 2 safety eyes with their backs included. And then I just take the bag and I roll it up tightly. And then I usually just use a sticker to seal up the end. I don't include a stitch marker in that small bag because my kits come with the magic ring pre-started, which includes adding the stitch marker so you know where to start. Now to add the yarn, in order to figure out how much of each yarn you're going to need, for me, my chubby dino has 2 different colors and 2 different segments that are all worked into one. So this body part is its own color, and what I did was make his body first. And before I added any eyes or mouth or anything like that, once the body was finished, I weighed the body without any stuffing. That'll tell me how much yarn by weight that I used to create my chonky dino. Then I created his spikes, which are a separate piece, and then I weighed that to see how much yarn by weight that I used to make the spikes. When you're doing your DIY kits, after you have your weight, you want to add a little bit extra, because some people might crochet tighter or looser, which means they're probably going to need a little bit more yarn to work with. So you probably want to add at least another 2 feet of yarn just to give some leeway. So you're definitely going to want a scale or some other way to weigh the yarn. That way you know how much you need to put in your kits. I just used a kitchen scale and I used the gram option. For the stuffing, I also did the same thing. Once I knew the weight of my dino's body in yarn before he had the spikes, then I went ahead and added the stuffing into the body and then weighed it again so that I knew how much stuffing I put into my dino's body. My chonky dino kits are for purple chonky dinos, so I'll be weighing out this purple yarn. I have my scale out and it is currently in grams, and what I do is I just take the yarn and I start to ball it up. We also need the accent color for the spikes. This one we don't need a ton of, so I just intertwine it between my fingers. Now we have our yarn for our project, and if you have a yarn winder, you can most certainly take this bigger ball of yarn and wind it up into a cute little cake if you would like to, but here are 2 yarns that we're going to include in our kit. This one I'm going to start the project so that the magic ring is pre-started for our project, but this one can go inside the box. Here we have our pre-started magic ring with a big old loop so that nothing comes undone. Our stitch marker was also inserted into the first stitch of the next round. And so we're going to add our ball to the box. And the last thing that we need is going to be our stuffing. The stuffing I place in these organza bags. Now we have everything in our box, and the last thing I need to do is include the QR code and also print out the label that goes on top of the box. Those things I like to design on Canva. Canva is so easy. This is not sponsored by Canva, but Canva makes everything so easy to design. So I go ahead and I design the QR code on Canva, and I also design the top logo on Canva and I print them out. Here is the QR code. There's enough for 2 boxes here, and I just go ahead and cut it out. I also include a link to the website as well, just in case they don't have a smartphone to scan a QR code. And this one is what goes on top of the box. I cut these out and just tape them on top of the box, and it just tells you what's inside and what you can expect. Now our DIY kit is complete and we can close it up. And then we take our label and place it on top and tape everything down. And that is our complete DIY Chonky Dino crochet kit. I know I just barely grazed over the canvas stuff, but essentially I just made a document that was the same size, the same length and width as our box top, which I believe is 3 inches by 5 inches. So then I made a document that was that big and made it an image. So I designed it and then saved that image and then placed it on an 8x10 paper document, which fit 2 of these labels that you saw before I cut them out. And then I just cut them out. A lot of that saves you tons of money, so you don't have to get pre-designed boxes that have all of the stuff on it, because that can get really pricey and really expensive. So that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to comment in the comments below and I will do my very best to get to them. Thank you so much for watching and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.